Hello, welcome back to the studio, my room. Hope you like it. Welcome to the new channel. Today I decided I'm going to film my first ever long form video. I asked my friends on Instagram if I should actually bite the bullet and do it, and they said yes. So we can't do anything in this household without outside approval. But I did think what better way to initiate filming in the new channel than recreate my best video from the old channel, which is what's in my pencil case. And bonus surprise, I will show you how I organized my commonplace book. Nobody asked, but this is like my favorite type of content to watch, like commonplace books, agendas, stationery books, whatever. Like, I'm very nerdy. Yeah, you learn it a bit. Okay, calculator as the first thing, because I'm a science major. I do need this. Right now I'm studying physics, but I am a chemistry major. Figures. This is by Cassia. I used to carry two around because they both came in handy like multiple times, because I used to do one calculation here and then one calculation in the other one and merge them together. But then my modern was douche and the old one broke in the middle of a test. And ironically, like, because of course this would happen, that test had like the most calculation type problems that I've ever seen before. And it was like a lot of like pi r squares, because it was like torics and stuff. And my calculator was like, okay, sayonara. So there you go. Now onto the pencil case. This might be the lightest thing that I have in my bag, honestly. This is by Pacific Cans. It's the club that my brother works for in Paris. So if you ever see him, tell him I'm sent him there. I sent you there. I sent him there. No. I dille with him. Okay. Sticky pads is the first thing. Ironically, my brother and I have a joint thing, like passion for pens and stationery. So of course, when I asked him like, can you bring merch, he's like, will a pencil case do? And I'm like, will a pencil case do? Brother, who you're talking to. This pad of sticky pads, is a bit old, but I don't really use this. But it's like the one thing that I don't have it in my bag. I end up needing it, and if I put it in my bag, I don't end up using it. So it took me a while, but I finally finished the orange pads. You know, hard work gets the job done. What's it called? I'm gonna show you the most useless ones since we're on that topic. Stapler, mini stapler, and glue stick. These are the first ones that I got here in Canada. And this one I haven't replaced. This one I replaced the staples, obviously, but I've ran out of staples. I finally ran out of the first thing of staples that I bought when I came to Canada. 10 years later, and these still, like, I have like the 4 last ones. I feel like I need to send them to a museum. This does look like it has seen better days. It doesn't close anymore. I was thinking of replacing it, and I'm like, no. Yeah. Colored pens. This is for underlining in books. Personal books, not library borrowed ones. This is for writing in my journal. This just doesn't show up. Like, I would love for this to show up, but it's not pigmented enough. This one shows up, but I don't really like the color. See? C'est un grand problème. 2 pens. This is from a dentist. This is from Westin, the hotel that I stayed at in New York when I went there for a second time. Wait, can you see that there's a rubber thingy in the back? This is very handy if I'm highlighting in my iPad. I tend to read also in my iPad. I have physical books, I have notebooks, I have like everything in my bag. It gets really, really heavy. But when I'm in the subway, like I might look stupid actually, but I feel like I look very mysterious. I pull out like a pen and I turn it around and I use it backwards to highlight passages in like the books that I'm reading that are on my bed. Anyway, I'm rambling again. To follow up, Whiteout. This is actually a really good one, this one. Pentel Whiteout. It's very thin, dries really fast, and it doesn't get clunky. So I actually mean it. I highly recommend that one. Karandash y Gubka. Anyway, they're both black. This is a really good one. This is mechanical. I've retired my pencil sharpener. I gave all of my coloring pencils to my niece. As a child, she should be the one that colors and not me. Because I'm not an artist either, so like there was no point of me keeping them. And then what else? I ran out of like all of my wooden pencils, so now I just stick to mechanical. I'm saving the planet, y'all. I'm saving the planet. And I don't keep backup lead. I do have backup lead, I just don't keep it around. Because my pencil case will get heavy and like I cannot lift it. And then my last part, which is actually my favorite, highlighters. If my best friend is watching this, not if, because I'll send this like in a specific thing to her. Anyway, she gets special treatment because she likes every single thing that I post. What was I gonna say? 2 highlighters that I found on the ground, and then Anthony's highlighter. My best friend knows this story because I told her immediately after it happened, but there was a man in Starbucks named Anthony who was reading, I think it was like some book about investing in investments for Stoics. So I was like, oh, that is interesting. So like I was trying to like start a conversation with him, but I'm not loud enough for people to hear me. Like it's an issue. It is an issue. Nobody can hear me when I speak. And then he had his hearing aids off, or like he didn't have them on. So I was trying to start a conversation with him. He completely ignored me for like 10 minutes. And then one time I just look up, like I look to my right, and I just see this marker just like being like this, and I'm like, thank you. Like that just took me out of my bowl for a second, because I was underlining using a wooden pencil. My last one, actually, I completely had sharpened it to death. Like that would be the last time that I actually used that pencil. I threw it in the trash in the Starbucks. And he was like, here, use my highlighter. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Like I highlighted the stuff that I had already underlined. I'm like, am I underlining too much? Am I highlighting too much? So then I hand it back to him, and he's like, no, you can keep it. You can keep it. You need it more than I do. And I was like, well, no, it's okay. Like you can keep it. I have like plenty at home, which I do. I do have plenty at home. And he was like, no, it's okay. You can find it at Staples. So yeah, that was everything in my pencil case. But bonus, you do get to see what's in my commonplace books as well. Oh no, I ended the ribbon. Usually it's a bow. Actually no, usually it's about like this. I'm trying to keep everything together. This is my old book, commonplace book. Commonplace book itself is not old. It's a brand new notebook, but in here I'm like writing stuff regarding old books. Currently the only thing in here is the Bible, different passages from the Orthodox one, because I also downloaded the Orthodox Bible. I have it in Russian and also in Greek. Very, very ambitious of me to have it in Russian. I just say that because I'm still very shit. Очень плохо. So yeah, after the Bible, I'm thinking maybe doing the Epic of Gilgamesh, which is the oldest book ever. So that's gonna be interesting. And then we have my actual commonplace. This is a binder thingy that I thrifted. I absolutely love this ribbon. I don't know where I got it from, but I just found it. I'm like, oh, Lana coated. Yeah. I tried to write my name in like a nice cursive with a gold marker. Didn't work. And then the M sticker is for Moxie, my grandpa. And then I have this chaotic mess. This used to be more messy than it is right now, but thankfully I actually kind of have organized it due to filming this video multiple times. So I kind of, by default, I organize it a bit more. But usually it would be like, let's just give you the actual representation. It would be something like this. And just paper all around. It's like the Christmas miracle of paper. Currently copying from an old journal to a new, okay. Yes, let's just finish that thought. Currently, I'm copying from my old journal to a new journal. So these are notes from an old journal, like stuff that I already copied over, stuff that I need to copy over. You can see why I needed to start a new one, because that was really bothering me. So now it's a bit more organized. And then, okay, that one was a bit, okay. That sticky note is a bit personal, so. Okay. Very cryptic stuff, I don't even know if, like, I read back on this 10 years later, I'll be like, what the heck are you on about? What are you yapping about? Yeah, more stuff from my old journals. I might show you how I used to set it up. So, the Legos that I used to cut up to use as like a general blank. Let's see, okay. More paper. Okay, this is how diagrams. Love this stuff. This is how I was planning on it to look like. A lot of drawings, a lot of like artistic. I wanted it to look like a bit of Da Vinci's journals. I'm obsessed with that aesthetic, like a bit chaotic, a bit, you know, like what is he on about type of thing. This was like the best representation. I had like, I think, stapled to it, and then drawings of like chemical structures, more of that. And then when I read some patents, then they had like drawings on it. This one I glued on it because I had like the blank space from like the lines. And then also, again, another reason why I had to rewrite everything. Now, did I have to rewrite everything? No, but it was really bothering me. So more sticky notes and sticky paper. These are future patent references, like patents that I need to find somehow. But yeah, have like recipes on how to create. What did he create? Cellulose derivatives. You might think I'm like, this is like my attempt of finishing a marker. Stupid. Currently I'm working on transferring the stuff from a Japanese singer, Chic Boy. I have a specific playlist for him because I went through his entire discography. He also did an anime. Well, not did an anime, but the theme for an anime. So then I watched the entire thing, and after I just listened to all of the lyrics and all of the other themes. The anime is Shangri-La Frontier, and then the artist name is Chic Boy, or Sick Boy, but they pronounce it Chic. And then my other rabbit hole that I went to, Christmas stuff. So I had like a list of Santa's reindeers. Very high intellect. This is exactly what Leonardo da Vinci would have in his commonplace journal, I'm sure. I have like Christmas carols, Old Little Town of Bethlehem. I was going through like a phase last week. I might do a separate video on how I find what I watch and what I read, because it's like a process. And then the first books that I actually finished this year, Magician Apprentice, the comic books that Marvel did using Raymond E. Heist, those books. So yeah, that was like a separate thing. Like I don't feel like I need to follow it up with anything, unless of course I find the original books, but that's okay. Did I show you the papers? I think I did. I have like diagrams. This is from Benjamin Franklin, but I didn't reach that part yet. I just printed it out. And then more patents from Arthur Eckengren, the guy that discovered aspirin or synthesized aspirin. And then yeah, I already mentioned Chic Boy, a bunch of empty paper. Yeah, I might do a separate video on how I find what I'm currently reading. I have like a whole plan, because before I used to be like whatever I can find, and now I'm like, no, I need a plan because I have a lot of stuff that I want to read. Currently I'm reading Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, rereading it. Finally found a physical copy after 2 years of searching for a physical copy. I cannot believe it. I found it for free. So my library was doing this whole like book sale, but like they were just handing free books out in the front yard. And like the second time that day I go in, I went to the nonfiction section and I just pick up a book, and it's Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, and I'm like, finally I can highlight this and I can annotate in it. And yeah, before I read it as not even a PDF. I read the Greek version from Wikipedia. Like they have it listed in Wikipedia, because I wanted to read it in Greek. And I did ask my cousin if she can send it to me, like after 2 years of trying to find it. Over here, like in different free libraries in like the Greek town area, nothing. So I asked my cousin if she can buy it for me. And then I'm like, okay, never mind, I found a physical copy. She's like, you found it in Greek? And I'm like, no. She's like, you could have just avoided that by just ending, like going and buying it, but no. Also, shout out to the person that told me to read it, because it has changed my life. But I couldn't find it in Greek, so that was like the only thing that I've ever like searched for like 2 years now at this point. Yeah. And then parallel to that, I have Newton's works. Benjamin Franklin is taking a backseat for now, because I don't need to read about electricity or the US Constitution. So yeah. And then I'm kind of reading the Bible again, the Orthodox one, because I try to read the normal, well, not the normal, the Catholic one, but it just didn't resonate with me, and the Orthodox one does a bit more, especially the story about I think it was Tobit with Tobias and Sarah. So yeah. Trying to think if I'm reading anything else, but no, those are my main ones. Oh, biography of Steve Jobs as well. Trying to keep more of a sciencey approach to everything, but comes and goes. Yeah, that will be everything for today. Let me know if you want to see anything else that you want me to recreate. Yeah, that's everything. or if you want to watch new content. I'm trying to think of like what I can film. I know that another friend of mine asked if I can film a haul of that day that I picked up like 4 bags full of books. She wanted to see what I got. I kind of teased that I did get Marcus Aurelius in that bunch, but all right. Yeah, that is everything for today. It is very late, and I can actually say that I'm going to upload this because I filmed this 600 times, I feel like, and I've never liked any of the final versions, and I'm gonna try not to find and be like nitpicky about some stuff. So that is all. Good night, everybody, because here is very late. All right, happy reading if you are, happy not reading if you're not. Bye bye.